should be golden now. Well, we got it done before midnight, which I think we got it done. Supposedly it's good. I think I cracked the code, man. Let's go look at it real quick. Catch up with the tweet. Then we'll come look at it. The mix sounds good. Man, it's in sync. Nice. All right, I think we got it. All right, so one thing I want here is to make sure there's no echoing. No crossover, no 2 or 3 different things trying to play the same shit. Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like the game volume is a little low, but I don't know what I can do about that. Let's see, maybe just a little tweak somehow. The game is actually maxed out. I could probably go into audio settings and somehow boost that. Maybe. Please. It's kind of maxed out. Sync offset. I mean, that. Monitor and output still works, I think. Looks like it's a little bit. Yeah, I figured it out. So, Windows 11, you got to give a permission to every app to do anything, whether it's camera or microphone or whatever. I had to like go into like 18 sub programs just to figure out how to get Elgato to be able to use the microphone. It didn't have a permission to use the microphone. That's some shit I've never seen before, but it's a thing, so. Yeah, that's anyway, that was the whole problem. So the Streamlabs settings were good. It's just it wasn't allowed to, basically the capture card wasn't allowed to talk. You could see it, but you couldn't hear it. Anyway, I know my voice is like way overbearing to the game, so those settings are kind of off. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. Well, let me go into options real quick. Audio. I think I've got like. No. No, never mind. No. I can turn the volumes up here, but see, I remember like streaming and then coming back to the stream, and like the music was just screaming at you guys. Like the next day, like we had the settings like pretty much perfect, and then all of a sudden it was like just completely incorrigible. So I know sound effects like spells and explosions and shit. Anyway, it seems to be all right now. I don't know if it's off somewhere. Let me know. I can turn one thing down. Can't really turn the game volume up anymore. It is what it is. But so Smooth, do you hear any like echoing, any weird like overlapping, a hollow sound? Does it sound like I'm talking through a tin can? You know what I'm saying? Might be able to go into settings with audio here though. Audio. So all these are literally the same setting. So I just these like literally the audio comes with the game capture. Oh no, I got it here. Still don't feel like I can turn this up. Yeah, like all the volume is like minimal, you know what I mean? That's what it's sounding like on my end too. If I open the volume mixer, okay, so here, watch this. All right, so if I do that, okay, so that should have bumped the volume up. I'm guessing when we play the game, there's going to be a lot of spots where it matches my voice. Right now, this is like, yeah. See how it bumped a little bit. There we go. I think we got it. Hey, does my actual voice sound a little more? I think we got it for real. Does my voice sound a little richer? You know, like I'm working with some sound. I don't have any sound effects set. Dude, I literally don't have a single filter, bass boost, equalizer. I don't have anything. Like, this is literally just the mic straight into the laptop. That's it. Huh. Dude, if it stays like... Oh, hey, Ariel. Oh, thanks. Hey, Celebration. Hey, thanks. Awesome. This right here, I think, is literally my natural voice. Awesome. A little crisper, a little more like a warmer tone. Because when I noticed on the other PC, which was a really, really old PC, it came across as kind of tinny. A little, not echoey necessarily, but kind of metallic, you know? I think now it's just like I'm just talking through a studio mic. That's what I'm hearing on, I'm listening to myself back through this right now. This is the exact voice that I had on my videos for years. And I ran that shit through Audacity. I ran that shit through Audacity. I'd double and triple filter that shit sometimes, depending on the background noise. I would double and triple filter that. Right now, I'm not filtering this at all. This is great. Wow. All right, sorry, I'm freaking out. And thank you so much for the support, Ariel. That's freaking awesome. Yay, and yay team. So, here, let me close this window. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it sounds goof, too. I think you had it right the first time, Metal. It sounds goof. That shit sounds goof, bro. Right? Like, yeah. Dude, I have literally, I'm watching it, I have no background noise bleeding through. I have no background noise bleeding through at all. And I've got like the AC going on here and something going on in the next room over. That sounds goof, bro. Thanks, homie. Right, sounds goof, bro. Sorry. Wow. Dude, this is cool as shit. All right, anyway. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so let me your microphone is unmuted. I'm not getting any dropped frames. Are y'all getting a good reception? Because now the cool thing is now I'm hardwired. I'm hardwired straight to the modem or router or whatever you want to call it. Man, no shit. This is fucking awesome. All right, let's. No. Stop. Let's see. So. All right, so cool. No buffering on y'all's end. I should be getting a solid. Let's see. I think I can actually test it. Solid 30 frames, 0 dropped frames. Bro, my megs are sitting at a solid 47. Yeah. 720. That's what they recommend. That's what they recommend. Going through Streamlabs to YouTube, they recommend 720 at 30 frames, regardless of your internet. Now, if that starts to fuck up, I mean, I can go in and change that. I can make it 1080, but this is a 720 game. And the only way you're getting more frames is with the frame boost. I don't think it'd make a difference anyway, to be honest. I really actually don't. Oh, this is cool as shit, man. So let's see, can I put some friggin' emotes to celebrate this shit? I'm even gonna put like a happy poop in here. See, hold on a second, man. Oh, well, we got a few. A happy poop. A happy poop. All right, sorry. That's freaking awesome. All right, so sorry about all the experimenting and all that shit. I went ahead and closed that window. Um. So all right, so I wasn't. Let's see, when's the last time we streamed? I think it was Monday. Last Monday, maybe Tuesday, maybe Sunday. I don't remember. But the PC died. Like it literally just died. Like I actually like loaded Streamlabs and I was about to start stream and the PC locked up. And then so the only way I could reset it was to like hard crash it, do a hard reset, and then it locked up again and it locked up again. And so I ran some tests. It let me run the tests in kind of like safety mode, but anytime like I actually opened like the actual PC itself and tried to either go to Google or tried to open a single app, especially Streamlabs, to try to start streaming, it died. It died. And so I spent the rest of the night that night troubleshooting, trying to figure out if it was a hardware failure or software failure. And the tests I could run that it actually let me run said it was software was fine. It was perfect across the board. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be hardware failure. So if it's the hard drive, I don't have a backup hard drive in my tower. So I was like, okay. And then the PC is like fucking like, I don't know what, 12, 13 years old or something. Like, dude, I couldn't even get Windows 11 on it. Like Windows was yelling at me, look, we can't even support your computer anymore. Okay, we'll support it for the next year, but after that, you're on your own. Like if somebody coughs, you're gonna get a virus, type of shit, right? So I was like, okay. So we were like looking to maybe, I don't know, get something to replace it at some point. And before that could happen, it just died. And so I Googled it and troubleshot it until I figured out that the hard drive, it hadn't completely like failed, but there was like sectors in it that were obviously dead. And so even though all the software and the operating system came back 100%, like the actual physical hard drive was, but it was an old hard drive, HDDR or whatever. It wasn't a solid state because it was old. Like I think this PC came out before there were solid state drives, or they were just coming out, type of thing, right? So yeah, we knew it was going to die here at some point. I just was hoping we'd get a little more life out of it. So anyway, I was able to, with the help of family, and it kind of came out of left field. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was about a year ago. I was talking about a laptop that I wanted because it was a self-contained thing, something I could plug everything into, and it was just right there. And you're not worried about different components, and outside of that, just self-contained and cheaper. I've found that towers with something even close to what you can get in a laptop these days, along with your keyboard and monitor, which I had, I actually have those. I mean, they're not the best, but they're enough for what I do. Even the tower itself, a tower with half of what I've got here on this laptop was like, I don't know, $300 more. Now I know you can get like shit custom made, and if you know how to do that shit yourself, you can save money. And I get that, but I don't have all that. Just talking about just over the counter price. Essentially, I was pretty much just gifted this. It was early birthday present and maybe next Christmas present type thing. But my family knows, hey man, besides just doing my job, delivering food to people and trying to make them happy, I stream. It's just what I do, and I was like completely out of it. due to a prolonged background check because somebody in Ohio has the same name as me. So it's taken an entire extra week to get this background check to go through, and it might take another week. And that's going to be at that point, it's going to be 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks without working, type of thing, right? So I had no way to, I was just like, well, I guess I'll just stream when I can stream. And it was like, and then my folks, so it's my dad's birthday tomorrow, so I went over there today to give him his present and a card. And Mom was sick last week, so I didn't get to give her a Mother's Day card, so I gave her a Mother's Day card and all that, and just hung out with them all day and hung out with the dogs and, whatever, right? And my folks are like, well, we got you something, and don't expect anything on your birthday because you're not getting shit. And I was like, okay. And so they got me this laptop right here, which if you'll notice, I've started like 3 streams already tonight, just trying to work out the bugs, because I'm not really familiar with Windows 11. It's pretty similar to Windows 10, but it obviously there's going to be something different. It's going to change some of your settings. It's going to do some stupid shit, and you're going to have to go in and figure something out that you don't have any tutorial on it. You're just going to have to go in and figure out what's wrong, and just troubleshoot that shit until you get it right, which finally we did, thankfully. Anyway, so I talked about this exact laptop about a year ago, and I even had in fact, I think it's still up there. Yeah, if you look at the top left of the screen, that was the basic price that they were saying the laptop was going to cost. And so, essentially did sort of a fundraiser. Never got anywhere close to it, but it was a thing, and I was hoping the PC would last, at least for a while, until it like completely gave out. Well, it gave out early, and got this laptop, and this is the exact laptop that I was actually looking at, and it was found for about 30% off. Like literally, it's in the 2,000 plus range type thing, and I'm pretty sure my folks got it for like 1,500, which is a whole lot more money than I have. I don't have any part of that. In fact, if I don't start working by the middle of the week, I'm not even going to have food. Like, this is getting bad. I was supposed to be working over a week ago at a new job, but anyway, I'm still getting hired, but there's this background check that's being held up by some shit in Ohio, a place where I've never been, but somebody who has the exact same name as me. And I went and looked it up myself to see who this might be, and it has to do with a court, and there's only one result that I got back on my name. And it's some black guy who did some horrible shit, a couple years ago in Ohio, in Cleveland, Ohio. Literally. And my background check, I've never been to Ohio in my life. My background check is being held up because somebody has the same middle name as I do. Like literally, that's literally what's holding it up. And it's been a week and a half already on that. And so they're saying it's going to be like 5 more days. And so I finally texted the guy back, and I'm like, look, man, is it going to take an entire another week for you to figure out that this guy who's not me isn't me? Do we really need to do all this shit? I mean, come on, man. Y'all want to do a background check? Y'all want my fucking DNA? Do I need to go take a goddamn blood test for a goddamn delivery job? Okay, enough is enough. So hopefully that shit gets squared away tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, so that's what's up with that. So anyway, so like the last couple days. Yeah, Domino's. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna hire me if the background check will go through. It's just being held up on some bullshit in a place that I've never ever been in my life, because somebody has the same name. I actually went and looked, and there's like 5 or 6 people, probably thousands, but at least 5 or 6 people in that county and that city that had the exact same name as me. Some older, some younger, some this, some have been in trouble, some aren't. One guy's some leader of an orchestra at some symphony philharmonic type shit. That's all I know. And like this type of stuff, and I'm like, how the fuck? Like, does this dude have the same driver's license number as me? And if he does, it's in fucking Ohio. I'm in goddamn Texas. How the fuck do you not know that that's not me? And I can't work for another week because you motherfuckers are so stupid that you can't figure out that somebody that's not me isn't me. What kind of background check company are you actually hiring? And how fucking meticulous and anal are they trying to be about this shit? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so that's what I'm dealing with on that side of it. But yeah, so do I have it? I mean, if this stuff goes through and clears, yeah. They'd have hired me a week ago. I mean, shit, I'd be probably working right now or just getting home type of thing, which I would far prefer. But anyway, so part of this week, I looked into Streamlabs has like an alternate thing, and it was called something else, but it's basically Streamlabs on console, and it allows you to stream without a capture card. And the only way I could run a capture card is having a PC or a laptop, right? Having a computer. So since a computer was out of the question, I was like, well, let me just stream straight from the console to YouTube. Can't do it. You can only stream straight to Twitch. That's some deal they've got with Xbox. Okay, cool. So how do I stream to YouTube? Well, you can do this Streamlabs console, and since I've already had a Streamlabs account for over a decade, right? OBS, Streamlabs. They have Streamlabs console, and you can basically log into a Twitch account and piggyback that and then stream to YouTube. And I tried to get it to work. And then I even created a new Twitch account because I went to Twitch and appealed my lifelong suspension, apparently, because I offended a Muslim at some point. And I mean, sorry I offended somebody if it was not necessary, but if I was talking about something real and it was a discussion and somebody got super, super offended about it and used modern liberal agenda to get me banned, if that was the case, sorry, not sorry, you know? Yeah, I mean, maybe it was unnecessary, but at the same point, if somebody gives a real commentary on something and shares like actual feelings or whatever, I don't remember threatening anybody, you know, threatening anybody's person, like, I'm going to come find you and do this to you or something. I don't remember saying any shit like that. That's not really how I roll. Anyway, so I tried, and I'm like, man, hey, maybe if I appeal this right now, because I was up for an appeal. It had been 6 months or whatever, right? But it's apparently like a lifetime ban, or I can't have my channel back now. They're gonna make me suffer a little longer, or whatever the fuck Twitch is saying. Okay, cool. I mean, that's them, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I couldn't get Twitch reactivated because I was gonna at least go stream over there and then see what I could do to let you guys know, well, I'm over here now. And then when YouTube became available, once I got a PC, then maybe we could do both, was my idea. Well, Twitch was a no-go. YouTube was a no-go so I made a brand new Twitch account. And I actually came up with a pretty cool Twitch name. And I'll drop it if somebody else wants to use it. It was Ninja Alternative. Like Ninja and then Alternative, and I just put them together, Ninja Alternative, an alternative channel. But I'm like, you could come up with some cool shit for that. I mean, it's kind of a mouthful. It's a long name in a way, but it's not complicated. It's not fucked up like JD 601 Killer X912. It's not some stupid shit like that. You know, it's just a simple, straightforward name. And I was like, that's not like the worst idea for a channel name anyway, if you stream cool shit. But anyway, so I created that just so I could use it to piggyback onto YouTube, and just I'm not going to stream to Twitch, because if I do that, they'll call it ban evasion, and then they literally will ban me for life. And so I'm going to respect their rules. It's their platform. It's not mine. And so I tried that, and I spent 2 or 3 days, well, nights, hours and hours each night trying to get it to somehow work. And I had to like work it through my phone and then work it through my console. And I finally got to show up on my console to where I could stream to Streamlabs, like the same thing I'm streaming through right now. It still wouldn't work. I couldn't go live. It would just keep looping me back, and just like I would say go live now on Xbox, and it would just die, and it would just send me back to the beginning. So something wasn't connecting somewhere. But I had all the settings, and dude, I was Googling this shit and AIing this shit and going back and starting from scratch and trying to work from the ground up and figure out where I missed a step. I could not get it to work. Tried that for several days, and yeah. Anyway, so all night tonight, I've been messing with this shit for, what time is it now? About midnight? Yeah, I've been messing with this shit since about 7 o'clock. So it took me 4 or 5 hours to finally get the PC, and there was a lot of um, restart, update, restart, update, restart. And then I found out there was like this huge update that had a whole bunch of stuff, and I think I'm still missing some drivers. And I don't know if I can go in and manually get them to download, but I'll worry about that. I mean, the stream's up and running. It hasn't crashed yet. We got the sound working. The stream seems to be working. I think the sound and the video quality are as good, if not better, than it has been in a couple years. So I'll take it. Anyway, so that's basically been this last week. How will they know, right? Oh, they probably wouldn't recognize me. Watch the guy be some really tall, suave Italian dude with, you know, that luxurious, oiled pompadour and shit. He plays the fucking cello or something, or the flute. And I'd go in there with myself with my fucking Fallout 3 t-shirt on, right? And I'd be like, can I get my paycheck? Yeah, I'm Mike Miller. You know, the guy that plays your tuba. No, Mike Miller plays the flute. I mean the flute. Did I say tuba? I mean the flute. Can I have my paycheck now? That would be kind of messed up. Anyway, so yeah, that's been the last week. So this week will probably be like completely the other way, the other direction. Things will be all right. So while I was unable to stream, and I messed around with this a little bit, and I realized something in my build. I was like, you know, I've been kind of like spending extra talent points, which I won't need later, but early on, I've been spending points on this. Because once you want to get Blood Mage active, Regenerate is something you can cast on yourself, and it doesn't have any penalty from blood magic. It heals you like it would heal anybody else, right? But the real thing here, which I've never really used, and I'm like, you know, I actually probably need to, is under the Blood Mage tree, you got blood sacrifice, and if as long as Alistair is being kept alive by Wynn, you can tag Alistair for health on the fly and essentially use that as a health potion. Just Alistair needs to be chugging potions and being regenerated and being healed by Wynn. So I'll probably have like a setting for Wynn specifically for Alistair, then another setting for Wynn for Leliana, and then an emergency setting for me, like hit me with Regenerate, because Regenerate has like a really quick cooldown. It cools down like twice as fast. Okay, it lasts like, I don't know, like 8 seconds or 10 seconds. It cools down in like 3 or 4 seconds. So like you can cast it on one, and before it's even half done with that person, you can cast it on somebody else. And so I could have Wynn set to cast it on me if my health gets below 25 and I'm just like in emergency mode type thing, to where I've got to turn blood magic. Now, blood magic is actually toggled in this game, which is, I think, is stupid as shit. But it's toggled, kind of like Berserk is with a warrior or two-hander. Warrior, whatever. So you've got to turn that on after every fight. After a fight ends, it goes into cooldown, and then you got to turn it back on. So you basically have to keep it as a hotkey, unless you're going to go to your control wheel 5,000 times a minute. You know, just like every single time you get into a fight, you got to go to your control wheel, turn this shit back on. Like when I play Berserker, I put that shit in a slot too, because it's going to turn off after every fight. It's considered toggled, even though it's a sustained ability. It requires mana to sustain. It doesn't require more. It doesn't require less. It requires a certain amount of mana to sustain. Why does it turn off on its own? Just like Berserk. Why does it turn off on its own? And it has a long-ass cooldown, too. It's like 20, 30, 40 seconds. So you got to just wait between fights. I don't understand that. I think it's stupid. Dragon Age 2 does not do that, thank God. So it's definitely better than this in that regard. Not gonna roll a Blood Mage in Dragon Age 2 though. Although I don't know, man, maybe rolling a Blood Mage with blood sacrifice or blood slave or whatever the fuck they call it. It's the same thing. Maybe that's kind of the way to go. Use it as a heal, do some shit. Use Grave Robber as a heal, do some shit when you need it. Use it again on Aveline, do some shit. Grave Robber, do some shit. Although I honestly think a Mana Mage is much stronger. Even though you don't get Blood Wound, you don't get Hemorrhage. I think it's still stronger. Anyway, so if I can save these 3 points right here, besides beelining for Mana Clash, which all we need is 33 magic, we'll have that way before we have the points to get this. We'll probably be closer to 40 by the time we get this. I can spend those other 3 points on cool shit. Not only blood magic stuff once we unlock it, but probably throw a point to rock armor so I'll have it when it's ready. Throw a point to spell wisp. I'll already have spell might. And so by the time I can actually start using blood magic, I'll have those 2 spells, those 2 sustained abilities already available. And it'd probably leave me like just enough willpower to cast a spell or 2, even if blood magic isn't active, and then immediately activate blood magic and cast all the rest of my good stuff. And then the second skill you get in Blood Mage gives you blood sacrifice. The third one is hemorrhage, and you can't have it till you're level 14. Level 14 is when you pick your second skill, right? Which, I don't know, I probably take Spirit Healer because I think it gives you a like a magic bonus, you know, magic or spell power. I think it's magic. I think blood magic gives you spell power, and I think Spirit Healer gives you a couple points of magic bonus. So that's attack and damage. Whereas spell power is just damage, but it's just damage with your spells. It's not damage with your staff. Now, I'm not sure if magic actually gives you extra damage with your staff. I don't think so. I think you get a flat damage boost with your staff from this. And that's it. Your staff is going to do what it does. And it'll do slightly better with this. Anyway. And it's probably not much. It's probably like 10%. If it's 25%, I'd be surprised. That'd be cool. But then your staff, at the end of the game, it's still only hitting for like 30. So even 25% of that is 7, which is something. But if it's like 10%, it's only like 3. So it's really not that big of a deal. This bonus to spell power is good. So we probably get a couple of these and still have some sustained stuff already unlocked and have Mana Clash well in hand early. We should be pretty strong early. Already got this unlocked. Anyway, so that's the new plan. Is I'm going to save 3 points here. And eventually I'm going to get haste, but it'll be later. And we're going to have double haste. So I can have win with haste, and then I can have haste. And then Alistair and Leliana are twice as fast. And you move literally twice as fast. I mean, it's crazy. You run around like hamsters on crack and coffee at the same time. And then Leliana's attack, she doesn't need momentum. You don't even have to invest those points into her daggers. Like literally the 50% attack speed is a cap. Like it's literally as fast as you can go. So Alistair would be max speed, Leliana would be max speed. I think it's the best way to go with 2 mages. Anyway, all right. So if I ever try sword and board again, it's going to be that. I'll take Alistair's spot later. I'll make Alistair as tanky as I normally make him, and then when I can take his place, once we get win, hopefully get haste real quick too to make, the sword and board at least a little bit offensive, and then get Morgan in there and get her with haste as well. Probably start her out with Mana Clash first. So I think she starts with 1 or 2 points into this. Right? So get her with Mana Clash, get Win with haste, get Morgan with Mana Clash, get Morgan with haste later, and get her all of her passives about the time that she's actually doing blood magic-y stuff. And yeah, you're actually working with something. Then you're doing sword and board, but you've got max haste. And you still run with Leliana, and she becomes almost invincible. She becomes like an off tank. So you have 2 off tanks that are primarily damage, but are both not unkillable, but tanky. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's a whole different build idea. With this, I think I'm going to save these 3 points this time. I'm not going to bother with this, and also I have to hotkey this instead of like health potions or something else. I have to hotkey this. So instead of hotkeying that shit, just don't bother. Honestly, regeneration doesn't work all that well anyway. Yeah, but the real problem I had is I hit a chokehold because I did not make Alistair a tank. I'm like, well, I got sword and board too, so nobody really needs to tank. So we had no taunt, we had no nothing, and I was just sloppy with Alistair. And we started hitting those ambushes like on the way to the circle tower and shit like that. And we were getting wrecked. We couldn't kill anything because we had no tanks. So everybody's getting slaughtered instantly. It was annoying. That was my bag. I totally fucked that up. But I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if you're gonna go for a DPS tank, if you will, you got to let somebody tank until you're able to tank. And the only way I'm able to tank is if Win is just supporting the shit out of me, hitting me with regenerate and heal every time I get every time I break a fingernail, you know. And I wasn't there yet, so before we even got to Win, we couldn't even pass an ambush. I couldn't kill anything. We're just like the party was just getting wiped like instantly, and I'm like, this is a bad build. It was bad. It was my fault. But I mean, still, the approach to the whole sword and board thing though was right. Like the build wasn't bad. We were actually like doing damage and doing shit and getting really good stuff early. You know, like top notch shield skills because like everything was going into strength and dex. We weren't even sparing anything for constitution and shit. I was gonna pick that up with gear later, like get life giver, get probably like the Templar armor type thing, which means I would have to take Templar. So that was questionable. Wasn't really sure what I was going to do on that. Anyway, the build wasn't bad. It's just the party sucked. The party build sucked. The personal build was on time. It was effective too. And we were actually killing shit with sword and board like we would with a rogue or a two-hander because you're double dipping in strength and dex. So your attack is top notch and you're dodging a lot of attacks. And the shield really helps with that. I mean, it's fantastic. Eventually, the shield gets it to where you can't really even be exploited from behind, even if you're surrounded. People behind you, if they're not whiffing, they're just getting uh, there's no damage buff or extra critical modifier or any of that. So it was actually pretty cool. We'll probably do it again one day because I would like to make it work. Just because I tried and failed miserably, I'd like to do it right. You know what I mean? All right, let's go snitch him off.
I trust you saw Duncan back to his quarters.
Shit. God damn it. Okay, so the game is playing through my speakers. Second. All right, hold on. That's not cool. Game cap. Let me see which one this is playing on.
I'm glad you met him. He's a most honorable man.
Okay, I think I can get rid of this one. All right.
Certainly. What is on your mind?
Damn it. All right. Oh man, if I screw this up, they sound let me try speakers. Crazy. Yeah. Look at all berserk and shit. Um, okay, let's try this and see if this works. I'll know if I.
And how does he know this? I suppose the young initiate he dallies about with revealed it to him. You think I didn't know? I did not become first enchanter by keeping my eyes and ears shut.
God damn, that's loud as fuck now, isn't it? Okay. Well, I mean, that's good. I just need to figure out. Okay. You know what? All right. So let's. All right. Stop game capture audio from coming through speakers. I remember doing this, all this, like, not in the exact same order, but doing this exact same shit like 10 years ago. Let's try that. Change your device's audio monitor setting. Fucking the monitor off? That's how I had it in the first place. Y'all are still getting audio, though, right? Okay, let's make sure we're all getting audio.
Oh, interesting. What more do you know?
Well, if I keep it down low, properties, audio monitoring, I just need audio monitoring. Okay, so that should be it right there. Okay, I think we finally got it.
And I suppose his
Got it.
lady friend is involved? Yes,
Oh,
she
perfect.
must be helping
Finally
him.
got it.
She would know more about the repository than
Got
he
it, got it, got
would.
it.
Do you know anything else?
All right, so now that we finally got this set, I can I don't have to have the game capture maxed out. Now I can put it on the settings that I used to have it on. Okay, well, we had to go around the block 4 or 5 times for it, but it worked. So I'll take that. And like I said, it's likely that tomorrow if we jump on stream, the game will be like so loud that it's like just redlining every time anything happens. And if that happens, then we can just adjust it accordingly. But
I suspected Lily would tell him of the impending riot if she found out, but I never expected they would have the gall to break into the
that sounds all right.
repository.
All right, that's good. Now, if like the game like sound effects and things like that get really really loud and stupid. Well, actually, I think I can turn up my voice a little bit. So I've got it down under 50. So probably bring it up to about here. Oh, actually, the game's going to get a little louder than this, I think. Let's try it there. Hey, what's up, champ? Oh, all good. How are you doing, man? How's bro Duke bro?
Reporting him to Gregor and the Templars will accomplish nothing beyond what's already planned. If the Circle must punish one of its
So
own,
now that I've changed the
I
settings
will
and stuff,
see the Chantry
is
don
my
the
voice
same
is it
courtesy.
sounding tinny and
Lily will not walk free while my apprentice
all
suffers.
kinds of messed up? A second. I should be able to open these. Pass this real quick. All right. Oh, good deal. Hold on. I'm trying to listen back. Bit of a delay here. Still sounds clean, regardless. It just does. It's not tinny. It's not echoey. It doesn't sound like I'm talking inside of a uh, an empty concrete room. You know what I mean? Like hollow, reverby, real whatever. Just sounds pretty legit. I'll definitely take that.
If we mention her involvement, the Chantry will say that she was framed. No, she must be caught in the act. If you want to survive, you must learn the rules and realize that sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Jowan will become tranquil, but Lily must also face the consequences of her actions.
I'll grab
How
something.
did you
I'll be back in a
learn of
second.
their plan? Do they trust you? Then do this. Learn the plan and offer to help carry out their scheme. With solid proof of their crime, we can act.
Yeah, it says there's some drivers available for my PC. Well, we're just gonna have to get those later. But hopefully that notification stays around so I know where to go to get them.
No charge from me is beyond your duty to this
Listen to what he's
circle,
saying.
Mage.
Typical Mage.
You must
Do what I
obey this
say.
order.
Submit.
Go. Convince them you will risk all for their cause. I will be outside the repository with a contingent of Templars. Let them see the mischief
In his
into which
demonic
their
need to set
initiate
them up,
led our
he gets
students.
everything screwed.
Perform
He lets
well,
the assassin
and your
go that tries to
dedication
kill
will be
our Lehman.
rewarded.
He gets this poor Chantry girl who's obviously a blood slave. Because everything that Jowan says, if you just hear the opposite, that's what it actually is in every single sense of the word. Um, yeah, man, this is fucked up, and Irving is part of all of it. And how does Uldred have all this sway in the Circle Tower if this dude knows everything that Jowan whispered in his blood slave's ear while he was raping her or doing whatever blood mages do to people, right? To their rumpy pumpies, right? If he knew every single thing that Jowan ever whispered in this Chantry sister's ear, how does he not know anything that Uldred's fucking doing to undermine the tower? He pulls blood magic shit off the shelves because of this piece of shit, but he doesn't know that Uldred is pretty much set to get all the blood mages in the tower that are already blood mages, which means Irvin doesn't know that either. All the people already practicing blood magic, and then they rise up and create demons, and then if you let Uldred sit long enough, he turns Irving into an abomination too. Irvin's just that weak, just that susceptible. What does this say? I mean, honestly, I don't know that Irving's motives are really behind all this. There could be something a little more sinister going on here. You know what I'm saying? Just
Are
saying.
you going to help us?
Right. Something along those lines, right? In some way, shape, or form or another. When you're a blood slave, you're doing the will of a demon through a blood mage. That demon possesses a blood mage and exerts its influence as if that demon was in this world, which it is. Speaking, acting, talking, casting spells, and looking through the eyes, mouth, nose, fingers, magic of an actual caster. That's what a demon does. When it possesses you, it starts to act through you. You are no longer yourself. Whether you look like an abomination with, beef jerky skin and, piercings in your nose and your ears and purple hair and protesting ice and shit, whether you're doing that or not is irrelevant. You're an abomination. You're controlled. You're no longer yourself. You cannot tell the truth. You can't do the right thing. And whatever that demon needs done, you become not just a conduit. Like you're actually like that demon inhabits you. You can't even think for yourself. Look at Anders. Oh, I'm here for the mages. The first innocent mage I see, I'm going to murder her because she said the word demon. That offends you because you're a fucking demon. Just like if you tell a woke liberal that they're evil, they're offended because you said they're evil, even though they hate Jesus and they love evil. If you tell them they're evil, they fucking go off about it because they have no logic, sanity, or common sense. It's the exact same thing. That's just a real life example of exactly what's going on in the brains of these things. Once they're possessed, that's it. This thing is a blood mage, so everything that it's done on this scale, it just dabbled. It's done this much blood magic. It just dabbled. It's looking for friends. It has no friends. Stabbing you in the back, the only way somebody can stab you in the back is if you trust it in the first place, right? This thing can't be trusted. It's demon possessed. It's a liberal. It's a woke person. It can't be trusted. It will divorce you. It will run out on you. It will abandon your kids. It will try to entice you to abortions and possibly get you to get a sex change so it could commit some perverted sex acts with who it wants you to be. It can't be a human being. It can't be. It's not able. It can't think that way. Its brain is completely corrupt. That's a real life example of what we're dealing with here. This thing cannot tell you the truth. Everything Jowan says, just read the opposite, and you'll always be right. Every single time. Jowan says, I never did that. That's all he does. See, I never did that means that's all I do. I wouldn't possibly say that. That's everything I've ever been saying or thinking my entire life. See, that's how you interpret all that shit. And then you see Jowan for exactly what it is. And you'll be 100% right. Crazy, right? I mean, this is so well written. It's ridiculous. And the writers condemn themselves because they promote every evil thing they put into place here in the real world. I don't know if y'all remember the shit that BioWare used to tweet and post and talk about and the shit they put in their games. And then you got a Satan woke drag queen doing a helicopter penis in front of an 8-year-old in an elementary school library fucking fail guard. That bullshit right there. That's exactly what you're dealing with. They condemn themselves by writing this shit right here because they are Jowin. Isn't that crazy? It's like they wrote their own confession without ever being able to admit they were guilty. Crazy, right? Just putting that in perspective. That's all. Just ranting a little bit. Yeah, he's the last one to be turned into an abomination, but he has no resistance. And he's stuck on the floor under their little mage cage, their little fade cage that they put over people to put them partially into the fade to make them easier to possess. And obviously Irving passed his harrowing as far as that goes. What the fuck does that mean? That's like a chantry ritual. That's like a bureaucratic bit of red tape that you cross that and all of a sudden you're okay, so they don't have to worry about you anymore because they're lazy. Bottom line is you're as susceptible to a demon 10 years after that as you were before you ever took the motherfucker in the first place. That's the reality of it. The real world is often different than what we wish it would be. Is that not a true statement? Just saying. Oh, by the way, on my days off, you know something I tried? I downloaded the update to Cyberpunk 2077, and there were two places where I basically got stuck. Um, they had removed a lot of stuff out of the world, and I saw why they did it. Because there's a challenge now to get materials, and you only get a certain amount of materials if you're thorough and you look for them, right? To get to a certain point where you can upgrade your weapon to level with you. So I kind of respect the approach they made to it. The skills changes and stuff like that. They just changed the skill trees. They didn't. They added some stuff. They added vehicle combat. Pretty much all they did. Somebody said, well, if you play it now, it's like an entirely new game. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a little glitchier than the original, to be honest. Even now, I mean, it runs smoother a majority of the time, but it's glitchier in key moments than the original was. I finally got to a brain dance section, and I like couldn't proceed. I like literally could not. It didn't. It didn't. I could throw my fucking controller out the window and go run over it with my car 5 times just to accidentally hit the right button. No, it was unpassable. It was a lock part of the game. But I did go check it out to see what had changed. And they did change stuff. They did change some stuff. I'd say the combat is not quite so impossible early, but it doesn't get easier later either. I'd say that they balance the combat quite a bit. I don't think it's the game that they envisioned in the first place, but it's better in some ways. I don't know. We still might go back to it. I'd have to go re-download the whole thing because after that second getting stuck point, I just deleted the entire thing and I said, oh, fuck this. I said fuck this before 1,000 times. Now I'm saying it 1,001 times. Fuck this piece of shit. But I mean, it wasn't all bad.
Thank you. We
Anyway,
will never forget this.
all right. So I haven't had any more warnings. There's been no more buffering. This computer seems to be super stable. Oh, by the way, tell me if this is normal. But there's something about this, and the price we got on this, I still really can't. Well, I say the price we got on this. I didn't. I mean, well, I'll pay for part of this in the long run, but whatever. Um, Do you know how many processors this has? I'm not bragging. I was just, when I went and looked at the actual specs, just to see what I was working with, to say, okay, well, you know, I don't ask a lot of my computers, mainly so I can just stream steady, and we can render all the graphics without buffering, without frame loss, without, blah blah blah. I can hardwire to the modem, which is amazing because we were dealing with Wi-Fi. My PC, the hardwire port got fried uh, about, I don't know, about 8 or 9 years ago at a place I used to live. It was wired so badly that I'm still surprised to this day that the place didn't just catch on fire. I mean, like, coax cables were nailed to the wooden supports when they framed the building, and the building was like 50 years old. So that means, like, you're talking about coax that was put in years before you even really had cable, basically, right? And a little bit of forward thinking, but when they put the shit in, all the staples had basically eaten through the what do you call it, the insulation on all the wiring. And so you had, like, every time somebody, like, used their microwave, it would interrupt everybody's Wi-Fi in the entire complex. Like, dude, it was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Anyway, so we also had this issue with power lines that fed the complex where I was staying. It's basically a big duplex apartment complex, and the wires would touch. The power wires would touch, and it would give you like a brownout, but it would give you like six brownouts in a row in like 5 seconds. Be like brownout, 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 brownout. So if you had an Xbox or a refrigerator or an AC unit running or something like that, odds are it would fry your capacitors, or it would just, like, literally, like, uh give you the ring of death on your Xbox. And these were still 360 days going into Xbox One days back then. So anyway, some lightning fucking struck something, and the charge went through the entire building, all 12 units, I think, or 16 units, something like that. And I actually saw it and heard it when it fed through my Ethernet cable and fried the fucking Ethernet cable port in my PC, the PC that we've been using for about the last year or so, right? It fried the Ethernet port, so you could only boot it up on Wi-Fi. You could not run an Ethernet cable to it because the port was actually dead. Like, this PC took a beating, man. Really took a beating. Anyway, so now I can hardwire to the router, and we've got steady internet here. I mean, unless it just straight up goes down, we should. I could probably test my internet speeds right now, and I'm probably pulling. It's not fiber optic. It's just Comcast, con with an N as in Nancy, not an M as in Mike, an N as in Concast. Just basic Concast, but we should be pulling down about a gig, and we should be uploading around anywhere between 25 and 50 consistently. I'm actually going to do a test after we're done streaming, just to, like, just actually test that once, now that I'm actually hardwired. So this is really the best streaming situation we've been in forever. Oh, anyway, so tell me if this is disgusting. Do you know how many I've got? I've got i9s in this Intel Ultra 9s with like 275X, I think, or something like that. Intel 9s. So for you computer geeks, whatever that means, Intel i9s. I've got 24 of them. I'm actually not kidding. I've got 24 core processors in this laptop. 24 of them. Does that seem excessive to anybody? Like a little bit extra? It's a it's also a it's a GeForce something 50. It's not the 60 or the 70. and they're probably up to like 80, 90, and whatever, but it's the 50, which is plenty to stream with. And probably do some video editing and photo editing without any problem whatsoever. 24 fucking processors. Doesn't that sound like Alistair would say? Doesn't that sound excessive? Just saying. Seems like it to me. I guess if you can overclock your shit and keep it cool somehow, and the fan action on this thing is, yeah, it's pretty excessive too. It's got a lot of vents, a lot of ports to blow out hot air and stuff. Um, it's running slightly warm, not enough to actually, burn your fingers. Which gaming laptops, they're notorious for that. Once you overclock them, you're gonna burn your fingers up, right? But it's cool because you're playing video games, so it's all worth it.
I can get us into the repository,
Anyway,
but there
yeah,
is a problem.
24
There are 2 locks
i9
on the phylactery chamber door.
ninth generation processors. 24 of them.
But it is
Not
just
8,
a door.
not 12, not
There is
16.
power
24 of them.
to destroy all of Ferelden.
That just seems.
What's a door to Mage's?
Yeah, apparently, Dell Computers bought Alienware, and so, but they don't really market. They don't spend a lot of overhead marketing. I don't know that Dell really spends a lot on marketing either. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do in certain sectors, maybe, or whatever. But they bought Alienware, so like there's a Dell agreement when you get an Alienware product now. So the support is coming there. And Dell does have global support for PCs, Windows PCs. They do. And I mean, whether it's good or bad or whatever, I mean, at least it's a thing. But Alienware itself, I mean, the only way you would know about it is if you're a gamer looking for that particular thing. But yeah, the online price was roughly 30 to 40% higher. Average price for this laptop was 30-40% higher than what it was, but you could even spend more than that. So the last laptop I had lasted a long, and it got a lot of abuse. There were, I would say, I wouldn't even say tens of thousands, at least tens of thousands of straight labor, straight burden put on the back of that laptop, and that laptop just handled up until the HDDR gave out, and then we put a solid state drive in it and gave us like another year. And I mean, the laptop was so overheated and so abused that like the corners of the laptop were up, and you could actually like see inside the laptop. It was like physically deformed in a way, but it worked and it worked and it worked until it didn't anymore. And we got some life out of that motherfucker. And it was the same. It was an Asus gaming laptop, ASUS, and at the time it had like so many like i7 processors, which were state of the art at the time, and it had so much memory, and the graphics card was probably the best you would find at the time, meaning that it was relevant, and I think that was when I got it. I think it was like Windows 8, right? So it lived through 9 and 10 going into 11. It's a pretty good laptop considering the abuse we put on it, right?
I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
We should stay here. One mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate.
I'd go with you, but it would look suspicious.
Good luck. Our prayers go with you.
Nice. So anyway, all I'm really just telling you guys is it's like a major blessing. Basically, my dad found like a super friggin' ridiculous good deal on it, and he just said, "Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it," and then he surprised me with it, just like that. And it's his birthday tomorrow. I did get him a present. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool, something he'd like, and I've got a Father's Day present lined out for him too. Need to get to working, so but the only way I can get it is to order it. You can't find it in stores. You have to order it through somebody. I mean, there's that, but nothing like this. I mean, this is stupid. This is like, hey man, I found this cool little trinket for you, and I thought you'd like it because I thought about you. And he's like, okay, well, I got you a Ferrari. Really? Like, what do you even say to that? It's like, thanks, man. Wasn't expecting that at all. That's kind of how that turned out. But like I say, just blessed. Just it just turns out like that. It just works like that. Don't deserve it, and I'm humble in receiving it and appreciating it, but I also have to acknowledge when these things just fall in your lap and stuff, not deserving it, not asking for it, but there it is. And you're like, damn, I mean, like, what do you even say to that?
Welcome to the
Just
Circle
be thankful.
stockroom of magical items.
You're grateful.
My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Been plenty of times where it didn't work out like that. But this time, hadn't been able to stream for a week, and I was like, well, probably won't be able to stream for a couple months, maybe a year or longer. And then all of a sudden this. And so it took a little bit of elbow grease to get this shit working tonight, but now I think it works better than ever. Imagine that. What are the odds? That shit doesn't just happen. The world's not nice like that. God is. The world is not. It's pretty much just the opposite. So,
Rods of fire serve many purposes. Why do you wish to acquire this particular item?
Just everything Jowan says, interpret the opposite. And then you get a clear picture. Every single time. It's a blood mage. It's how it talks and how it thinks. It's its psychology. It's its actual being at that point. It's a demon talking through a person. It can't speak for itself. Just like Anders. No real difference. And Anders is the most fucked up antagonist in any video game I've ever seen, ever. Nothing more evil than that. Not even the Elusive Man. Elusive Man, like, literally is just deceived. Anders was more fucked up than the demon was before it became possessed. Willingly, knowingly, intentionally became possessed. Like somebody said, there's some woke ideology that talks about chopping little dicks off of little boys and sewing them onto little girls. Let's do that on purpose, thinking that's a good idea before you ever even hear anything about it. That kind of evil, that's Anders. Jowan is that.
Here is the
I like
form.
that. I need the rod for my
of
research
fire.
into
Have it signed and dated
burning
by a
things.
senior enchanter. I will release a rod to you once I have the signed form. Thank you.
Okay, so we can go to Irving and get this signed real quick, but I want the XP and the loot. So, yeah, we're going to go convince our fellow elf to let us in here to go kill the spiders for her because, well, she's a pussy when it comes to spiders.
Rod of fire? No, I'm not signing this. I don't know what you need it for, and I barely know you. Ask someone else. That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course you know this.
You got rods of fire in there?
No, that's something the Tranquil deal in. This storeroom is
You
for
got
raw
rods of fire in there?
materials
I'll go
and
in there and
alchemical
find one.
substances. Lyrium,
You don't have to sign
bacillus,
for
blood,
anything.
and so
I'll
on.
just go get a rod of fire. Okay, well,
No, I can't let anyone in there just now. There are just things in there that I would prefer to keep safe.
you don't want to keep the spiders safe. You want the spiders dead.
No, of course not. I just have. I am in the midst of stock taking, checking inventory, and I can't let anyone in there in case they mess things up. Yes. Because I am taking a break. I hate the musty smell of caves, and
Just stop.
Look, I'll tell you the truth. Just keep it to yourself. There is an
Elves
infestation
can't
of
do
spiders
two
in the
things.
caves.
They can't pay
I
their
don't know how
debts,
they got in there, but it's probably my
and they can't tell a
fault.
lie.
I was promoted to
I mean,
senior
they
enchanter
tell
less than
nothing
a
but
fortnight
lies,
ago, and I don't want
but
anyone
it
to find
doesn't
out.
ever work.
They'll think I'm incompetent. Oh, your form for the Rod of Fire. Yes, I could do that, if you clear out the infestation.
Oh, politics then. All right.
Wonderful. Here is the key. Oh, and be careful in there. I'd really like to keep the damage done to the Circle's property to a minimum.
No, I'm going to steal all of the Circle's property and kill the spiders and get paid for that too. That's what's going to happen right here. Just saying. Just letting you know.
Done and done.
That's exactly how this is going to go down. Yeah. The freaking what do you call it? Giggle hearing? Dude, can you see Anders? Once it seduces the demon to possess itself, and then as soon as the demon realizes what it's actually stepped into, Anders goes like this, like Betty Boop, and does a little touch to the lips. Yeah, giggle hearing. Giggle hearing the screams. Well, that's a good word for it. Giggle hearing is apparently a thing now.
Right.
Hissy spiders.
Careful, these creatures look a mite upset.
I think I actually got some robes and I think I actually got some shit. Let's go ahead and put that up. So that's 2 spell power. I don't know if it's stronger than what I got. Just get rid of that. Get rid of those. Okay, that's cool. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. Save real quick.
This should be easy enough. Let's get started.
Beautiful. Getting some heals. Don't have to use them. That's fantastic. I tried to make my music. I think that's overall volume. I think we need to pull this shit back a little bit. All right. The music is like really low here. That's just it's really subtle. So I mean, there is that, but still right, so what's up, Knight? What's going on? I'm not I don't know. I mean as long as I mean the sound effects are there.
Right. This should be easy
The music's actually just really
Time
low
for
right
some
here.
fun.
Even in my headphones.
On your guard!
It's just low. I mean it's I mean you can hear it a little bit. I'm yeah. Like okay, compared to the music when the
On it. Right. On
the
it.
dragon's attacking me or the spider's attacking me, that's like a whole different thing.
Either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me. On it. Only one shall stand.
I love Fade Striders. Defense.
Careful, these creatures are the might upset. Right, let's get started. As you wish. Let's get started. Excellent! A little frantic? Ha! I can see why. Let's get started. This should be easy enough.
Yeah, you can stop now. Bitch. Now also, I don't know. I've been all right. It's been an interesting week. Like a really interesting week. True story. Yeah, all good.
Watch for the beasts. On it. Right. Stay still!
Let me level up again. Wow. It's been an interesting week. We've gone through some changes, man. Yeah, the mage origin, the wisps. If you farm the wisps the way you're supposed to, they start giving you 80 something a piece. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And then there's a shit ton of codex, whatever you want to call it, in the circle tower. And then you got this cave, and each spider is about 80 a piece, and there's probably, I don't know, 10, 15 spiders, whatever that comes out to. But yeah, we're already level 3, and all we've done is the harrowing and wandered around a little bit. So can't do this. Now we could take this instead of Alistair. We can totally do that. We're not going to get enough cunning to do a lot of these other things. Like this is all going to be circle shit. We got 11 cunning. We'll have 16 cunning after we leave the circle, and we're going to need all those coercions, but we can't get any of them now. So, the traps are good for detecting traps, and they're good for lothering, to be honest. Or you can give that shit to Alistair. I just want Alistair to have his tactic slots. I want these for myself. These are huge. These are much bigger for a mage than anybody else. But if we take this, we don't have to give it to Alistair. Start working our way towards the mana clash.
You're back. Are the spiders gone? Oh, wonderful. You're a lifesaver. Now, where was that form you wanted me to sign? Right. There you go. How's that? It was a pleasure. You'll go far in the circle, I bet.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you? Everything looks to be in order. Here is the rod you requested.
Right. Totally just going along with the program. Besides the fact that we're helping a rogue chantry sister who's the blood slave of a blood mage. The mind dominated, kidnapped, sex trafficked blood slave of a blood mage who's using its newfound powers because it dabbled to get some rumpy pumpy when it wants to from, well, technically, if it's a chantry sister, the most innocent person in all of Ferelden. Let's get some rumpy pumpy, pervert and corrupt her and get her to go along with our plans so a whole bunch of people get tortured, get imprisoned, and die. That's its plan. If you protest ICE, then that means a bunch of sex traffickers, fentanyl dealers, murderers, rapists, aggravated robbers, thieves, and all the above. They get to run willy-nilly throughout our country, and if you don't like that, then you're a racist. That's how this shit thinks.
I hate waiting. It makes me nervous.
Oh, yeah, the traps, the lothering traps. Yeah, it's a thing. It's just a thing. As long as we understand that it's a thing.
That was quick.
To the repository, then. Freedom awaits.
Yay! Freedom awaits. Freedom from what? Having a future? Freedom from that.
Jowen's been acting weird all day. Have you seen him?
And here, as we speak, the piece of shit is right here with us. Well, this isn't a bad idea at all. Not at all. Let's see. Other boots and garbage, really. Yeah, that's not a good idea. What abilities do we have? We got weakness and arcane bolt. Okay, so flaming swords. Okay. Let's get ranged, and then enemy. Weakness is rank. So I'll just say rank. Excuse me.
Ready.
So her shit is fire and frost.
The Chantry calls this entrance the victim's door. It
Yeah,
is
right.
built of 277 planks.
To talk
one for each
an
original
innocent
Templar.
chantry sister into a little bit of
It is a
demonic
reminder of all the
rumpy
dangers
pumpy.
those cursed with
Maybe.
magic pose.
Can't imagine that happening. Never happened ever, except every single time a mage was involved. Working good so far. Oh, I'm supposed to say if anybody wants to put a like or subscribe on the stream, you can totally do that because it's free. It helps out the stream. It does in some small way. It really does. At least I think it does.
The doors can be opened only by a Templar and a Mage entering together. The Chantry provides the password, which primes the ward, and the Mage touches it with mana to release it.
But it knows whether you pass the harrowing or not. That's the crazy thing. The wards know whether you're a blood mage or not. Isn't that kind of weird?
The ward only responds to the touch of one who has been through the harrowing.
So the harrowing is more than just a ritual. Just saying.
Yes, I got it from a Templar who recently accompanied a Mage into the vault. We have chatted on many occasions. I believe he trusts me.
You're banging him too. See, you're banging the Templars. You're banging the blood mages. Maybe the Chantry chains need to be put on your kneecaps as well as the mages.
First, the password. Sword of the Maker, Tears of the Fade. The password only primes the door. Now it must feel the touch of mana. Any spell will do, but hurry.
Uncorrupted mana, which tells me that she knows that her little short dick is a blood mage. She already knows this. Is she a blood puppet? I believe so. I actually believe so. The boots don't have any gloves, right? Well, she's already got those. She needs gloves. All right. That's cool.
You have the rod with you. Melt the locks off.
No, true story. Yeah. You know. You know. Just saying.
What's the matter? Why isn't it working?
Lily, something's not right. I can't cast spells here. Nothing works.
These wards carved into the stone. This must be the Templars'
You can't
work.
cast
They
spells
negate
here.
any magic cast within this area.
You know that
I should have
your
guessed.
spells
Why
wouldn't
would
do
Gregor
any good
and Irving use
before,
simple keys for such a
but
door?
now all of a sudden you
Because
try
magical
to cast
keys
spells
don't work.
and they
How
don't
do you
work.
keep mages away from something?
Something tells me this is
completely
like
worthless. That's
this is
it then.
like a
We're finished.
what do you call
we
it?
can't get in.
This is like a who's on first act being played out for our benefit. Who's on first? Who's on first? I don't know who. No, who's on first? Well, what's on second? No. What's on third? And but who's on third? No, who's on first? Right? It's like this type of shit between this cunt and this dude, and they're both equally guilty. They're proving that in the way they're acting and everything that they're saying.
I don't know. Do you think it's another way in?
That door probably leads to another part of the repository.
She knows more about this place.
What are the chances of there being
anybody.
another entrance?
I don't know. Do you think it's another way in? See, like, this is all a setup. That's what Varric would say. He would say, that's a setup. That's exactly what the fuck Varric would say right here. By both these bitches. We could just forget this bullshit and get out of here.
No. We can't get into the chamber the way we planned, but we're not about to give up. We can see where this door leads, but I don't think it'll be easy. It looks locked for one. Yes, let's hope they haven't warded that door as well.
Let's hurry. We've wasted enough time. I'm not giving up. We've come too far.
Oh, that suit of armor is looking at us. Can we all just recognize that?
That's not good.
On it. It should be, huh?
At least we got save here.
Enemy approaching. On it. This should be enough.
Taker is with us! Now we fight!
10 copper here, 50 copper there. I don't mind picking up quarters, dimes, and nickels. Shit. It's better than nothing. Got another one of those. That's cool. So nobody has any lockpicking skills here at all.
I thought I saw something.
We got another one. These are all lyrium. I'm not lyrium, but a willpower. I mean, sort of mana, willpower. Yeah, I guess that's sort of lyrium in a way. Anyway, yeah, these are all
On it. This should be easy enough. As you wish. Right. Let's get started.
nice.
Things are not of the maker. Careful, these creatures look a mite upset. Let's get started.
That's 98 right there. And whatever we got for the leader was just probably like 128 or something like that.
Warden senses tingling. On it. On it. Go. This should be easy enough.
Ephemeralist's belt. Ephemeralist. What the fuck is that? What's an ephemeralist's? Okay, yeah. You know what? Go F yourself. Now that armor is actually pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I sense something drawing near.
you wish. Right.
What was that? I'm not afraid of you!
On it. This should be easy enough. On it, as you wish. Let's get started.
Let's do this quickly! I can't keep this up! Make us break!
Wow. I don't know if I die there. I think maybe. Maybe I do.
We'll need another chamber. Let's explore the repository.
Wow, that old wall's about to come down any moment.
Two damage and two spell power, but the damage type, everybody might be immune to it. Although I think like a corrupt darkspawn staff is good against like anything flesh. I think. Unless it's a bunch of nature. If it's nature damage, then it's garbage against spiders, wolves, bears, some humans.
There's
Yeah,
something
I'm
odd
not really
about
sure.
that statue. How should I know? It's magical. This is a room of magical objects.
Greetings.
Maker's breath! Did it just say
Man,
something?
shut up, you pussy
I
bitch.
am the essence and spirit of Eleni.
This is a spirit that's more powerful than whatever demon
consort and advisor to
Jowen's
Archon
made a deal with.
Valerius.
That's what I
Prophecy,
believe.
my crime. Cursed to stone for foretelling the fall
Cursed to
of my
stone for
lord's
foretelling the fall of
house.
my lord's house, because my lord was an evil piece of shit, and all I did was spoke the truth. Well, being a Christian, I can relate, and I'm 100% cool with that. I dig this statue. Whereas I could take a dull dagger and hack Jowen's throat into 1,000 pieces, and thank God the entire time I'm doing it, because I know that I'm doing God's work by getting rid of that piece of shit.
I'm not sure. The Archons were the lords of the Imperium.
Shut up, bitch.
Forever shall you stand on the threshold of my proud fortress, he said, and tell your lies to all who pass. But my lord found death at the hands of his enemies, and his once proud fortress crumbled to dust.
I love the way she talks. The once proud
A
fortress
Deventer statue.
crumbled to
Don't
dust.
listen to it. The
Just
Deventer
as
lords
I
dabbled in many forbidden
foretold.
arts. This is a wicked thing.
Weep not for me, child. Stone they made me, and stone I am, eternal and unfeeling. And I shall endure till the Maker returns to light their fires again.
Notice what she says. Not to light the fires, to light their fires once again. But if the Maker is going to light the fires of the wicked need to be careful. Well, the wicked are just fucked, because those fires are going to burn them up. True story, right?
No help can be given me, for this is my doom and my destiny.
Ambiguous rubbish. It could mean anything. I can do it too. The sun grows dark, but lo, here comes the dawn.
And here comes
Stop
Satan
talking to it.
mocking,
Please, both of you.
mocking anything that resembles the truth, prophecy. common sense, ethics, morals, goodwill, Jesus. Here comes Satan mocking it, scoffing it, hating on it, taking a piss on it, teabagging the gospel, teabagging truth because it's fucking evil and it can't respect anything good. Sound familiar? We're all living it right now. That's not a lie.
Come on, Jowan, let's go.
Shit, I would take that statue home. I'd talk to the statue every single day. Just to lessen the burden, if nothing else.
What do you think this does?
What do you think this does?
So many
It knows exactly what this
storage?
does, and it says,
history,
what do you think this
and
does?
It's fascinating.
Totally pretending to be innocent. It knows exactly what this Tevinter artifact does. If you aim this thing that I don't know what it does, but I just happen to think that it might shoot fire out of its mouth, it could break down that wall that we can't break down. But I'm just guessing. That's literally the type of bullshit it's expecting you to swallow. That's literally what this fucking thing is saying. Whatever it says, read the opposite. That's what it's actually saying. It's a woke. It's a liberal. It can't tell the truth. It can't be ethical. It can't be moral. It can't be right. It's left. Right is right. Left is wrong. That's not a coincidence that that's a fact. It is what it is. I can't imagine what this does.
I've seen pictures of things like this.
Oh, all
They
of a sudden
amplify
you
any
know
spell
something
cast
about
into
something
them.
that you
I
didn't
bet we
dabble
could
in,
use this to
but you
break
know
into
everything
the
about
phylactery
it.
chamber.
You know spells that put blood mages to shame. Orsino would be like, man, I wish you were in my tower. That's exactly what Jowan is. Whatever it says, I don't know anything about this. Means, interpreted, I know everything about this. I know exactly what it'll do. But I'm pretending to be innocent because I'm fucking got purple haired and I fucking love abortions and I fucking hate newborn children and I fucking just hate ICE because ICE gets rid of child molesters. I just fucking hate that. So I got purple hair and I'm woke and I'm Jowan. That's exactly what this fucking thing is saying.
It's our best option. See where the mortar
How do
might
you
be
know that?
decaying behind that bookcase? Let's take a closer look. It should be pretty easy to get this out of the way.
Then do it yourself, you piece of shit.
I can't do it on my own. You have to help me.
I
If we
can't-
work together,
I can't
we can
ever
shift
do
it.
anything.
Come on.
I can't work. Don't ask me to work for a living. I need benefits. What, I can't buy sodas
just
and
need to
fucking
find a
cookies
way
with
to
my
get through
food
this
stamps
wall.
anymore? That's Jowan.
Use this with the rod. I'm sure it'll work. Hurry, the
We're not
clock's
wrong
ticking.
here. It's nice to put this shit in perspective. And Jowan just happened to know exactly what it would do. Imagine that. It's why it wanted the Rod of Fire in the first place. Because its little bit of fucking Chantry sister Rumpy Bumpy told Jowan exactly what we would face down here. And we're being played like a tool because demons just think they're that smart. And they're the most evil, stupid fucking thing, just like, I don't know, thugs fucking wearing their pants down around their fucking kneecaps, showing off their boxers, selling their asshole, pretending to be thugs. It's the exact same kind of idiocy. It makes no sense. It's completely fucking the opposite of anything that's good.
This is the phylactery chamber. It worked.
Just saying. It's the phylactery chamber.
We must find Jowan's
Listen
phylactery. Quickly.
to the note, the sound of surprise. It's the phylactery chamber. It worked. I had no idea where we were going, even though I knew exactly how to get there. You're getting played. This is called a fucking setup. That's what Varric would call it. It's a fucking setup. You're getting played.
It shouldn't be hard to find. There aren't many phylacteries here.
How do you know that? You've never been here. Unless you're a little bit of fucking Chantry Sister Rumpy Bumpy who didn't have any idea who you were, told you all this shit ahead of time. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down here?
I sense something drawing near.
Looking for trouble, Albert!
Either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me. Right, on it. I will do. I will do. Why don't you just die?
Fuck.
Right.
Fuck, man. Let's see. That's the last fight, so... I don't think the staff is actually worth a shit, to be honest. Friggin' pull the... Friggin' straight up ninja move. Oh, if you're willing to give me part of it, then I should probably have all of it. It sucks to be slow. It sucks to be slow. Oh, man, that's awesome. It sucks to be slow. So, LBJ took out Kennedy and got away with the goods in one fell swoop. Gotta respect that, man. Gotta respect it.
That's my phylactery! You found it!
Who wants the silver
I
standard
can't believe
anyway?
this tiny
Just give me your
vial
steak.
stands between me and freedom. So fragile. So easy just to be rid of it. To end its hold over me.
Look at this possessed motherfucker.
And I am free.
Free of what? Not free of yourself. I voted for Kamala. Now I'm free. No, motherfucker. You just added one bar to your prison. You piece of shit.
Only apprentice phylacteries are stored in the Circle Tower. This tiny room could not hold the phylacteries of every mage who has passed through the tower doors.
Come on, you two. We're done here and we should leave.
I do not want to stay here a moment longer.
Isn't that what they call pulling the gank move? The fucking gank move? Or the jank move, depending on which side of the tracks you come from. The jank move, the gank move. You got gank. You got janked. Either way. Thanks for the steak. We'll talk about the rest of it later. I really don't give a fuck. Oh, that's awesome.
We did it! I can't believe it! Thank you. We could never have...
So what you said was true, Irving.
Well, Irving set it up.
Gregor.
An initiate conspiring with a blood mage. I'm disappointed, Lily. She seems shocked, but fully in control of her own mind. Not a thrall
She
of the blood
seems
mage,
this
then.
and she seems
You were right,
that.
Irving.
No.
The
All the
initiate has
dialogue
betrayed
leading up
us.
to this point says
The Chantry will
no,
not let
she's
this go unpunished.
100% complicit.
And this one. Newly a mage and already flouting the rules of the Circle.
It's not her fault. This was my idea.
She is here under my orders, Gregor. I take full responsibility for her actions.
Wait, you led us into a trap?
You led yourself into a trap, you stupid bitch.
Don't you dare speak to me.
Or what, bitch?
Enough. As Knight Commander of the Templars here assembled,
Not the only
I
fucking blood
sentence
mage
this
here,
blood
ho.
mage to death. And this initiate has scorned the Chantry and her vows. Take her to Aenar.
That means Jalen heard exactly what's going to happen to her.
The mage's
but
prison.
he says, she
No.
didn't suffer
Please, no.
on my
Not
behalf,
there.
No,
did she?
I won't let you touch her.
Oh, here's the blood mage with enough power to overcome an entire fucking platoon of Templars.
By the Maker. Blood magic. How could you? You said you
I
never...
admit I dabbled. I thought it would make me a
I
better
dabbled.
mage.
Blood magic is evil, Jowan. It corrupts people. Changes them.
I'm going to give it up. All magic. I just want to be
I'm
with
going to
you.
give it
Lily.
up. I'll
Please
get off
come
the
with
bottle.
Me.
I'll stop playing poker
trusted
every
you.
night and taking
was
your
ready to
paycheck
sacrifice
because I'm not
everything
working
for
because
you.
I'm playing poker and drinking every night.
I don't know who
I'll
you are,
stop
Blood Mage.
right now.
Stay away from me.
Oh, and if I get really,
you
really
all
angry
right?
because I lost a hand of
Where's
poker, I'm going to come
Gregor?
home and beat you
I
half to
knew
fucking
it.
death 3
Blood
nights a
magic.
week.
To
That's what you're
overcome
down
so
with?
many.
That's your
I
shit
never
right
thought him
there?
capable
That's
of
your
such power.
fucking Jowan? That's exactly what the fuck that thing is.
None of us expected this. Are you all right, Gregor?
As good as can be expected given the circumstances. If you had let me act sooner, this would not have happened.
So
Now
the
we have a blood
Templar
mage on the loose
is
and no
bowing
way to
down to
track him
Irving.
down.
If you had let me do this, if you had let me do that. So Irving was making the Templar do his will. Therefore, Irving is control of the Templars and the Chantry. So all this bullshit fucking revenge agenda against the Chantry and the Templars was bullshit because the Templars were already bowing down to Irving. In other words, Irving is 100% complete full of shit. What they say and how things play out are often two completely different things. Is that not a true story? Well, we need to teach the Chantry a lesson. And Gregor, the Knight Commander of the Templars here, is like, if you had let me act sooner. Well, why didn't you act sooner? You're supposed to be in control of the mages. The Templars are supposed to be watching over the mages. How is a mage letting a Templar do or not do anything? Listen to the verbiage here. Listen to the dialogue. And you see exactly how the shit is actually playing out. When does it go wrong? When the evil are in control and the good people are submissive to the evil people. If you're a mage, you're woke. If you're a blood mage, goddamn, you're fucking liberal woke. And you're voting for Joe Biden on purpose just because you're going to make sure that everything good can't happen and everything evil is guaranteed to happen. That's who and what you are. And that's a fact. And if you don't like it, it's because you suck. And you don't like it because your opinion, if you suck and your opinion doesn't matter anymore because you're not worth anything. You're literally a human piece of shit. Like literally not even a shit. You're a piece of shit. So there you go, man.
Where is the girl?
I am here, sir.
You helped a blood mage. Look at all he's hurt.
You forced Jowan's hand. Now you can be woke too here. I'm not going to be woke. Well, you didn't know Jowan was a blood mage? That's a lie too. You should have fucking known better. She did know better.
Knight Commander, I was wrong. I was accomplice to a blood mage. I will accept whatever punishment you see fit.
You took that freaky demon rumpy pumpy in your whore vagina.
And you.
And now you have to pay the price.
You were in a repository full of magics that are locked away for a reason.
Did you take anything important from the repository?
No.
Very well. I believe you.
Well, you're just...
But your antics have made a mockery of this circle.
Irving is an absolute fucking idiot.
What are we to do with you?
No ethics, no morals, no common sense, no discernment, no judgment whatsoever. And that's the motherfucker that's in control of the Circle and in control of the Templars. No wonder Uldred has a fucking field day. No wonder fucking wow. No wonder Loghain just runs over Ferelden, because people like this are in charge. Politicians, bureaucrats that aren't worth welfare. They aren't even worth welfare, but they're in positions of authority. And their mental aptitude is like a jellyfish fucked in the ass by a sodomite calling itself woke that voted for Kamala on purpose. That's what their mind is. It's a jellyfish fucked by all that. Basically with a cactus. What are they worth? Nothing. And they're in charge. Imagine that.
As I said, she was working under my orders.
And this improves the situation. The phylactery chamber is forbidden to all save you and me.
I had my reasons.
You're not all-knowing, Irving. You don't know how much influence the Blood Mage might have had. How are we to deal with this?
Maybe this
Knight
Templar...
Commander, if I may, I'm not only
Sideways
looking for
with the
mages
cactus.
to join the King's army. I'm also
True story.
recruiting for the Grey Wardens.
Maybe this
Irving spoke highly of
Templar
this mage,
doesn't understand
and I
that
would
it's
like
getting
her to join
fucked
the Warden
sideways
ranks.
with the cactus.
You've promised him a new Grey
somebody
Warden?
that's
She
submissive
has served the
to
circle
Uldred,
well.
which
She
is
will make
Irving.
an
Irving
excellent
proves
Grey
that he's
Warden.
We look for
submissive to
dedication
Uldred.
in our recruits.
He doesn't tell you
Fighting
shit
the
about
Darkspawn
Uldred.
requires
Uldred is
such
planning
dedication, often at the
everything that
expense of all
Loghain is
else.
going to do
I
here
object.
in the Circle with the
You
Templars
say she
and the Mages.
operated under
Uldred
your
is planning this.
instructions, Irving.
Irving knows it,
But I do not
but he's worried
trust
about
her.
a fucking
I
recruit
must
that he
investigate
allowed
this
to
issue,
let
and
go
I will
based
not
on his
release
planning
this mage
that doesn't
to
do
the Grey
anything but
Warden.
hurt the Mages and the Templars. Do you see Irving being complicit here? Or is it just me? How it plays out is what's real. What you fucking say and what you pretend to believe and all that fucking placating and bureaucracy and red tape doesn't have anything to do with anything. What actually happens and how you relate to that, that's what actually matters. So Irving is complicit in every single thing that happens to the tower, as far as I'm concerned. And the Mages, along with the Forest Elves, are the weakest of any allies that you could possibly have in any fight ever. They're the weakest, worthless, most worthless pieces of shit ever. They don't bring any of that blood magic to the fight because they spent it all on each other trying to do Loghain's will, because Loghain is being controlled by Dumont. And Dumont is the first archdemon who's been controlling this shit from the shadows for ages. What do they call it? Dragon Age? He's been controlling this shit from the shadow for ages. I think Dumont actually is Leliana in Inquisition. I think she literally is Dumont incarnate. Just like the Envy Demon is, well, it's the, Warden Commander? Envy Demon incarnate with the face of the Warden Commander. I think Leliana is Dumont incarnate with the face of Leliana. Because Leliana is dead. After Origins, Leliana dies. That's canon. That's fact. I don't care how Dragon Age tries to rewrite it. I'm just forcing their story the way they wrote it originally, not how they tried to pervert it and corrupt it and make it wokeified and just complete fucking piece of shit like woke people are in the real world. Just complete pieces of shit. Everything that's wrong in the world is woke, liberal, left, communist, jihadist. That's everything wrong with the world. That's a true story. If you don't like that, if you're one of those things, then fucking you're what's wrong with the world. And if you don't like that, I'm not sorry that I'm the one to tell you that you are worth less than nothing. There you go, man. Good life lesson here from a video game written over 15 years ago. Imagine that.
Rhaegar, mages are needed. This mage is needed. Worse things plague this world than blood mages. You know that. I take this young mage under my wing and bear all responsibility for her actions.
You had all these different factions with mages, and most of them lean towards blood magic. Even the innocent apprentice lean towards blood magic. If you listen to the apprentices as you walk through the tower, they will admit that. Well, what's not to like? Controlling the minds of others and taking over their souls and being possessed for more power, and what's not to like? Because we're mages and that's what we do. We just make sure we hurt everybody. That's what you hear in the Fade. That's what mages think in their secret inner selves. That's the way it is. Every single time.
We must make our way to Ostagar, where the king's army is camped. You will be initiated there. I will explain more when the time comes. Come. Your new life awaits.
Nice.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The king's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times,
Inquisition?
but here is where the bulk of the horde will show itself.
The
There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
If it spreads to the
King
north.
Kaelan.
Actually,
I didn't expect
a royal
if it
welcome.
Spreads to the west.
I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not only will
Not if I
Ferelden
could
fall,
help
but
it,
the
Your
entire
Majesty.
south will
Then
fall.
I'll have the mighty Duncan
And
at
that
my
goes all
side
the
in
way to
battle after
Inquisition.
all. Glorious.
Showing you what Dumont
The other
and the
wardens
Envy
told me
Demon
you'd found a
want.
promising
They
recruit.
want the fall of the Empress.
I take it this
of
is she?
Orlais.
Allow me to
Yes,
introduce
Ferelden
you,
is
Your
pretty
Majesty.
much weakened
There's
to
no
the
need to
point.
be so formal, Duncan.
There's
We'll be
really
shedding blood together after
not
all.
much left to fight.
Ho there, friend. Might I know your name? Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. I understand you hail from a circle of Magi. I trust you have some spells to help us in the coming battle. Excellent. We have too few mages here. Another is always welcome. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do.
This will have to
I
do.
must go before Loghain
He's
sends
been
out
out there
a search
fighting
party.
with his men
Farewell,
every fucking day,
Grey
too.
Wardens.
This dude is no pushover. He is definitely not a bitch. The only thing that can topple this dude is treason. I think the blight ends here.
What the king
right
said is
now,
true. They've won several battles against the
if
Darkspawn here.
Dumont/Logain doesn't have anything to say about it. Logain has the most tempered, disciplined, strongest troops of the entire army. And so Dumont takes control of Logain and pulls those troops to make sure the king dies, to make sure the Ferelden falls, so that Orlais will be next. And once Orlais falls, then the North can just swoop down and take over everything. And a new Tevinter Empire. It's all Corypheus wants, it's all Dumont wants, it's all the Blood Mages want. The only people that don't want that are innocent, moral, ethical people that fight against evil. Those are the only people that don't want that shit. Therefore, mages are against everybody. Like I said, mages in this game are woke people in real life. Their entire value system, or lack thereof, their entire lack of ethics and morals, their entire insanity in everything they think you should do, and their entire satanic fucking platform upon which they operate in everything that they think you shouldn't do. There you go, man.
Despite the victory so far,
Right?
the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By
But
now
that
they
shit
look
is
to outnumber us.
it's infectious.
I know
She
there
gets
is an
infected by
archdemon
it too,
behind this,
and she becomes
but I
completely
cannot ask the king
brainwashed.
to act solely on
She
my
becomes
feeling.
completely woke at the end of the day. I mean, you could break through, but you have to have 1,000 cunning and 5 speech check out of 4, that type of shit.
Yes, we should proceed with the ritual. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Nice. One more death route, I think. Huh? Nice. It's already 2 in the morning. We haven't streamed that long. But I did spend 5 or 6 hours
you must be the
trying
Grey
to get
Warden
this shit
recruit that
working.
Duncan brought.
Seriously. Probably ought to find a good cutoff point.
We stand here in this hour,
Some
good
point
folk
here, right?
of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that...
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
Sleep well. You too. You too. Hope you find sleep before I do. Yeah, probably going to call it a day at some point. I just got to find a good cutoff point. It's kind of cool to be playing this character different than I probably have in the past, at least to some extent. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, appreciate it, and yeah, thanks for the support. Appreciate the super chat, and yeah, good night. I'll try to be on tomorrow night, a little earlier than midnight. Well, actually I was on a lot earlier than midnight tonight, but it took us like 3 or 4 hours to get the stream situated. But we worked it out, and it's been running smooth as shit. So I cannot complain about that. If it just runs like this from here on out, worth it. 100% worth it. Anyway, good night. Good night to you too. Get some rest and take care. Like I said, thanks. Appreciate it.
This is a Mabari, smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first. Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
Don't put down Puppy Bro, man. This is Bro Dude Bro. This is Bro Dude Bro. AKA Puppy Bro. AKA G Slobbers. G Slobbers. That's his rap name, G Slobbers. No, honestly, if you had a dog, even one of Michael Vick's dogs, and you said there's a rapper, that dog would go bite that rapper until that rapper was dead. Yeah, pretty sure G Slobbers is funny, but yeah, that's not correct. Hey, Puppy Bro, man, here's the muzzle.
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon? There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red centre. Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
Friend, yeah, I'm gonna go get one more drink. If you listen to the music in the background, it's a little bit like Inquisition's music when you get to the crossroads. It's like this dum 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 dum, and it just keeps crescendoing, right? Musically, it just keeps crescendoing, and then it like gets into this melodic shit, and then it builds back up again. It's literally my favorite soundtrack in Inquisition. Definitely one of the best. Send cheers for one. Wow. What actually is that? Hey, thanks, Isaac. I'm not. You know what? Actually, that's cheers for 1,000 joules. Hold on a second. I don't even know what that is. I've been on YouTube for a decade and a half, and I don't even know what that is. Cheers for joules. I mean, I appreciate it. It's friggin' awesome. Or joules. What? I don't even know what that means. YouTube. I mean, yeah, we're on YouTube. I didn't. In-app token views purchase to send animated virtual gifts to others. Wow. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm supposed to know that's a thing, right? So Isaac, man, I'm gonna apologize. I didn't even know that was an actual thing. I certainly, well, YouTube didn't tell me anything about it, but I just went and looked it up, and it's like bits on yeah, it's like bits on Twitch, right? Like the same type of thing. Anyway, man, I really appreciate that, Isaac. That's friggin' awesome. Although that's kind of a slap in the face. I mean, in a good way, because I'm like, I don't even know what that is. That's literally the first time I've ever actually even seen that, at least on one of my streams, right? And that's friggin' awesome. Holy crap! Like a new way. So, I mean, there's well, cheers. I mean, cheers. Actually, you know what? Let me go refill, and then I can give you a proper cheers. I'm gonna do that. But that's a first time for me. That's you're the first person to actually do that I'm aware of. I yeah, awesome. And the cool thing is the laptop Streamlabs actually told me that you did it, which is actually like extra cool. I mean, I don't have one of my cool ninja 80s really bad ninja movie gifs to play to that, but I don't even know if there's even a setting for that in Streamlabs, to be honest. I didn't know that was a thing. So jewels are bits. Jewels on YouTube are like bits on Twitch. Am I right? That's what that sounds like. Either way, man, I appreciate the support. Friggin' awesome. Not sure what we did right, but if you'd be willing to tell us what we did right, maybe we can do that more often and, not do the wrong stuff as often. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to give you a proper cheers here in a second. Right. Well, friggin' support is extra extra, obviously. what do you guys think? So, like, Streamlabs, now that I have a working computer, which is a blessing, like an absolute blessing. So, like, once again, man, you guys support the stream, then, you know, opinions and statements and ethics and morals and this and that and blah, 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 they lean a particular way. And if you guys agree with it, cool. If not, that's cool too. You know, if you lean a particular direction, like really, really hard, something might be offensive. I'm not sorry. I believe what I believe. I feel what I feel. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. Good is good. You have everything else. True is true. You have everything else. I really believe that. And if I fall on the bad side of that nobody's perfect. 100%. That could totally happen too. But in support of the channel, seeing as it apparently Twitch has pretty much hey, what's up? What's up, T? What's up, homie? What's up, bro? Seeing as Twitch is apparently dead, at least for the time being. Streamlabs does, of course, you have to pay a fee for it, right? But I mean, if the stream is supporting that to some extent, whatever, you know, I never expected you guys to let me just get by and make a living doing this, whether I do it full time or not. That's not a reasonable expectation. But there is something you can give to Streamlabs to where they allow you to stream to two different places at the same time. And Kick is a thing, and apparently it's not nearly as closely moderated, but that means it's probably secondary in a lot of ways too. So if it's not closely moderated, it's probably pretty sewer, pretty ghetto in a lot of ways too. There you have it. But it is an option. I've personally never actually, I don't think I've ever logged into Kick to watch anybody. And I would ask, have y'all ever logged into Kick to watch any streamer ever? I personally have not. So like if I would like to personally go there, I'd be like, why the fuck am I even doing this? You know what I'm saying?
You there.
Just
Elf,
saying.
what's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turnlow that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything
100%,
amiss.
man.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
They were gonna expire. Oh, no shit.
Hello.
Honestly,
I'm sorry. Is there something
never
you
even
needed?
heard of that. I didn't know YouTube had its own version of bits. I literally had no idea. Never heard of that. Not even once. And then when I went and looked it up, I'm like, well, what is this? So I had to go look it up. I mean, I was like, thank you, but I don't even know what I'm thanking you for. So like, what exactly is this? And it's the same thing as bits on Twitch. It's like literally identical. And they say when a streamer gets them, they're rubies. So is there like a difference between rubies and sapphires and diamonds and stuff like that? Like if you're a certain tier of something as a viewer or a streamer, do they like level up or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. But it says they're rubies. That's just what it said when I Googled it. But,
Are you the new Grey Warden recruit? I was just walking by when I heard. Oh, must be exciting to be so important. Wait.
Definitely
You weren't
helps.
here to tell me I'm in trouble, are you?
Helps. Every little bit helps these days. Bro, gas is $5 a gallon. Even higher some places. Yeah. Everything helps everybody at this point. So we're kind of all in the same boat. Just saying.
Oh, wait.
True story?
Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it.
Anyway, cheers. You said cheers, so cheers. That was friggin' awesome. And you showed me something new that I didn't even know existed. So that's pretty cool.
That's such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
All right, so I think best thing to do here is go get Alistair right now, and then do the rest of Ostagar with Alistair in tow, if you will. Now, there's a couple chests we can open with the rogue dude. We just need to get Alistair. We need to get Alistair right now, and then we'll talk about the rest of it later.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Yeah, Alistair kind of made himself a fool right there.
One good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Right, just saying.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage. Really? You don't look like a mage? That is... I mean... How interesting. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize. Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Isaac, if you are gifted or you buy these bits or these jewels, whatever, bits, jewels, same thing. That's what it sounds like. They actually take them away from you after a particular period of time? Like, I mean, can you get them without buying them? Like, like joining like a lot of streams and supporting a lot of streamers and chatting a lot and shit like that. Can you actually like get jewels or bits from doing that and then choose to pass that along to a streamer type thing? Or is it something that you paid for, or you got as a promotion or something like that, and you realize that they're about to go away, and so you just happen to be here, and it's like, hey man, I'm gonna give them to Ninja because I'm fucking amazing, that type of thing. Like, is it like how could they aspire? If you pay for something, how does that, like, you can pay for this, but if you don't use it in like a month, then you lose it? Is it that type of shit? That doesn't sound like a very good business model for getting a viewer or a co-streamer, to invest in something that they're going to lose if they don't use it within a certain amount of time. That doesn't sound right. Like that sounds pretty messed up, actually.
Right, that was the name. It just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, man, thanks for shooting them my way. Man, friggin' awesome. Come next month, when next month rolls around type of thing, and That's what puts me over the edge where YouTube says, hey, you want some help paying the electric bill type of thing? Shit, 100%. I'm not going to say I need help, but it's always welcome. So, yeah, anyway, that's freaking awesome. Really appreciate it. And yeah, man, if you were about to lose them in 5 minutes and you said, I gotta fuck these off on somebody, so hey Ninja, just take this. I'll be like, yeah, thanks. What is that? You're like, I don't really know either, but just take it and you'll probably like it. And I'll be like, okay, let me go look that shit up. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Shit, that's friggin' amazing. I didn't even know that existed. And you'll be like, I didn't really either, but I had them, and if I didn't give them away to somebody, I would lose them. But so I chose to give them away to you, and I'd be like, that's friggin' awesome. Thanks, man. So I guess that's where I stand on that. You know what I'm saying?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that.
Please stop looking at me like that.
Have you ever actually encountered
That's cool if you got
before?
it for free.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
So he chooses to follow a recruit. Yeah, we're gonna need the rogue for this. So I guess technically, I mean, it kind of doesn't really matter, but if we can get our rogue companion. There's at least 2 chests over here. Yeah, we can grab both of these. There's another chest across the way. Now, if we were playing a rogue, we could pick all these locks. There's a chest right there.
So, any last wishes I
is
can
our
help
rogue
fulfill
right
before
here.
you... Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
This dude's flirtation game is like, hey, thanks for the subscription. Wow, that's awesome, man. You guys are cool as shit. Supporting the stream and subscribing and likes and all that cool stuff. Yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, that's free. So that's freaking amazing. But no, I appreciate it. Wow, so welcome. Anyway. If we grab him now, and then we could grab this dude now. His version of flirting here is, you're about to die on some Darkspawn spear tomorrow, so we should just go ahead and bang right now, because you're gonna die tomorrow anyway. So we should just bang right now, because I mean, you only get one last chance to bang. That's literally his game. This is what Davith brings to the table.
The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cook this ritual up just for our benefit.
And we can go grab the other guy, and then we could go do pretty much everything, to be honest.
Just to give us a good scare.
What's
No,
the other
they
guy's
don't
name?
really seem the
Jory?
type. I happened to be sneaking around
Jory.
camp last night, see, and I heard a couple
go
of Grey
grab him
Wardens
too.
talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice. You sound just like the bloody knight.
Yeah, the
well, more
knight.
power
That's
to
Jory.
you. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
So he doesn't get to finish hitting up on the soldier
How
here.
do you do?
No, like his entire game was basically, look, you're gonna die tomorrow, so let's just go ahead and bang right now, because nobody's gonna know any different anyway. That's literally his entire angle in flirting with that girl, if you want to call it flirting. Not really sure what you call it, but
Name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about. Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Aemon. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
well, since we seem to have gotten the stream squared away. The camera hasn't frozen. The stream hasn't frozen. You guys aren't getting any buffering, at least as far as I know. I'm not getting any warning signs on my notifications telling me that we've dropped this and the PC has failed there and all this and that and blah blah blah. There is one thing that I have to do before I go to sleep after we get off stream. I have to go look at some updates for some drivers, which would probably actually make the stream even better somehow. But we're holding like super steady at 30 frames. You know what's amazing? Is I'm only using 3% of the CPU. I'm only using 3% of the CPU streaming with the solid 5 megs, which is what YouTube and Twitch. I think Twitch allows like 5 to 8, and you can even stream at 1080. But YouTube is 720 at 30 frames per second. Anything over that, and YouTube gets like real anti. What does that girl say in Double Tap? Zombieland Double Tap? She says, I'm getting that real anti-me vibe from you. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? Zoe Deutsch. You know what I'm talking about? I'm getting a real anti-me vibe from you. Anyway, that's sorry. Anyway, it says the stream quality is good. It seems like sometimes it says excellent, but I don't know. I think we're like within the parameters, and I'm not even using 5% of the CPU. That's incredible. This is a real blessing. This is actually a real blessing.
I did not mean to offend you. Clearly your skills have impressed Duncan. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance? I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails? I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Well, this dude is the absentee father abandoning his wife that just had a child. That's exactly what that thing is.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me? No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving. Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key, and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water. Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Alistair's like, considering where you got that key from, I hope we're all
Lucky
healthy.
dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example. Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation. Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine. All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm going to say it was you. Just so you know.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away. Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Huh. Considering where that came from, let's hope we're not the only ones in good health.
Right. So that chest, I don't think we can open that one either. I don't think we can. Look at this codex from when. Do that.
What do we have here? I heard the new Grey Warden recruit was from the Circle. I don't believe we've met, but I've certainly heard a lot about your talent. My name is Wynne, and I congratulate you on your harrowing, marvelous work. The Fade is a dangerous place. I thought the same. It's good you can admit that. So, a Grey Warden, fighting alongside the King. Not too shabby for someone just out of apprenticeship. The King must always seem confident. His behavior affects the troops' morale. He does seem to find his enthusiasm easily, though. Reminds me of a puppy. And I say that with both respect and affection. He is a fine man. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together.
Who would you rather
It's
have
not
on
an
your
idea
side?
everyone
A
seems
puppy?
able to grasp.
Or somebody who's down with things? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, who would you rather have on your side? A puppy. A puppy's going to not only fight for you, but they're going to be enthusiastic as fuck. People who are jaded, do you want them at your back, or would you rather have just a puppy at your back? That puppy's going to try fucking harder than anybody else just to be your bro. Why? Because it is what it is. That's it. That's all. Shit, I'd rather have a dog at my back than a person any day of the week. I'm not lying. I don't care. I don't care if that dog is a Chihuahua or a Pug, or a friggin' Rottweiler or Doberman or Shepherd or Lab, or I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have a dog at my back than a person any day of the week. 7 days in the week, I'd rather have a dog at my back than a person 8 out of 7. True story. Can't take that back, man. That's real right there. Dogs are the shit. I mean, if you're a cat person, cats are the shit, right? I get that. I 100% get that. And I've met some really, really cool cats. In fact, back in the, 50s transition from Jesus to Satan, you talk about cool cats, and they were like really cool cats, and they understood the dig, yo, and like this type. They didn't even say yo. Yo is some 80s, 90s shit. But anyway. But really? Yeah, dogs are just, they're something special, man. They're 100% something special. Anyway, just saying.
Some. Do you? Do you know about the connection between them and the Fade, for example?
That's actually a really good question. What do the Darkspawn actually have to do with the Fade? You meet Darkspawn in the Fade.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade.
What does that have to do
It's
with
home to
Darkspawn,
many
though?
spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
I got a problem with that. That sounds religious. But the bottom line is, you've got God. And you're telling me some man chose to be extra evil, and they chased God out of his own house because God is a bitch. That sounds like the Christian Jesus that is taught in churches these days, which aligns with schools with kids shooting each other because they don't have God's word. They have Allah's word, which is Satan. They got that, and they're allowed to have that, but if you talk about Jesus, you get sent to the principal's office? Really, bro? How fucked up is that? In a Christian country. Sorry, America was found on Jesus. The UK was too. Just saying. And you depart from everything that's good, and everything happening to you is evil. Rape, murder, terrorism, fraud, deception, backstabbing. That's all that's happening to you. If you embrace something and everything that happens to you is bad, then what you embraced is bad. Am I wrong? It's not that hard. Even a child can understand that. 1 + 1 is 2. 1 - 1 is 0. Any child can understand that.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now. Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Then get lectured?
Before us. In their pride,
Is that what you mean?
mages of the ancient
I could probably get a codex on Tranquil, but I'm not gonna.
They tainted it with their sin, and they were cast
literally
back
not gonna
into
bother.
our world. They are man's sins made flesh.
You can get a codex about the berserkers too.
Maker's breath, another elf. What do you want? Congratulations. Not bad for an elf. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter. We aren't. We're ash warriors. Our training has been passed down since Lathias the dwarf son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale. I am no bard, but I will do my best. Lathias was a Clane tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe.
I love that name.
She taught
Skya.
Lathias to use the dwarven battle wrath, to
Love
summon his
Skya.
strength and ignore all pain. Lathias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain. They were simply the first to be taught. Others were inspired by his death to follow his path. Lathias' prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe.
Morrigan.
When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Lathias was grieved. He sent Morriganen away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, the Thyers slew Morriganen in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day, and gave Lathias an honoured burial in the mountains. We live by his teachings, even today.
See, I'm hearing like a Flemeth slash Andraste slash Aveline slash, I don't know, tale to this. All these fables, whether they're the Chantry or the elves' superstitions or human superstitions outside of the Chantry, or fucking even the Templars, or even these assholes right here. Like, that shit just seems to be legit. It's like, okay, this story follows the same parallels. You just got to fit a name into the slot to figure out who is what and where in Dragon Age lore. Just saying.
It was an honor. My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Yeah, we got a codex there. All right, so let's get Davith.
You found Alistair,
So we
did
can
you?
at least open
Good.
a couple chests.
I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
Yeah.
What can I
Are
say?
you finished
The revered
riling
mother
up mages,
ambushed me.
Alistair?
The way she wields
Just asking.
guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
It was still nice that you sassed the
Since
mage,
you're all
though.
here, we can begin.
I'm just saying.
You four will be heading into
That
the
was a good
Kokari
idea.
Wilds to perform 2 tasks.
And if everybody
The
says
first
it was
is
a
to
bad
obtain
idea,
3 vials
it's an
of
even better
darkspawn
idea
blood,
at that point.
1 for each recruit. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can. The scrolls contain treaties promising support, treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Well, nice. Let's just go ahead and seal that deal, right? Beautiful. All right, let's Let's go grab the chest we can. Let's just go grab the chest we can grab. All right, so
Look carefully, man. This wretched woman's a dark stone. Don't listen to those old...
Done and done.
Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down.
Nice.
Their blood is black as sin and poisonous.
Back on the ground.
I love Hawk's voice there. That was Hawk's voice. So
Blessed are the peacekeepers.
studded leather gloves. Nice.
The last dousing party made it.
There are lots of darkspawn, different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Sure thing.
Nice.
Done and donner.
All right, guys.
Done and donner.
So nice. All right, so cool, man. Beautiful. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. And bring a lot of that stuff. Morals, ethics, all that good shit, right? To well, if you're playing a zombie survival game, all those morals and ethics, or you can cook food for another day. Works for me, man. Anyway, all right, so go ahead and call it a day. we'll put the shit together tomorrow night. Hope to give you an update on work tomorrow. That would be friggin' awesome. Things would be looking up if that happened. It's probably going to come Monday, but yeah, whatever. I mean, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I appreciate the subscriptions, the support, the jewels, which I didn't even know existed, the jewel bits, YouTube, and the super chats, and yeah, all the cool stuff. You guys are freaking awesome. You come out of left field and you're just like, hey man, I'm going to support this because I feel like it. And you know what? Yeah, man, I feel you too. That's uh that's friggin' fantastic, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Um, I spent a lot of time before stream setting up stream, but this computer seems to be working better than anything I've ever had before. So that's a beautiful thing. Uh, that's a U2 song, right? Hold on a second. Cool part is I can't even play it. I can't even play it on Spotify. I'd be like, man, let's play one song and get out of here. I can't even play it. If I play it, my channel gets banned for life, just like it is on Twitch, because I offended a Muslim. Because they're, I don't know, marrying 9-year-olds. They're sworn to fucking murder me because of my faith and my religion. And they have grooming squads to rape all the white girls in the UK and everywhere else so that they can't enter heaven according to their own beliefs. And I got banned on Twitch for pointing that out. These are facts. This is an actual thing. This is a culture of people and even a race of people. I'm not racist. Well, actually, everybody's a racist. So yeah, I guess I am racist. I'm not as racist as you are. While you're probably busy calling me a racist, but I'll tell you what. Um, that particular culture is doing a number on the UK, which I'm an American, and I came from Europe, just going back a couple generations. Like the Israelites that were scattered by the Assyrians, and they went north over the Caucasus Mountains, became Caucasians, settled Europe, settled Canada, and settled America. And we even had a revolution. We actually fought against our fucking cousins across the pond. That's a fact. That's historical shit. You know, my mom actually did a genealogy backtracking, and she traced me back to one of the great 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 grandsons of Aaron, who was of the tribe of Levi, and also traced us back to Joseph of Arimathea, who was the brother of Mary, who was blessed to bear Jesus. Yeah, I'm actually related, genealogically actually related to Joseph of Arimathea. You want to know what an Israelite looks like? Look at me. Look at somebody of actual Judah in the land of Israel right now, fighting against those that are trying to claim Gaza, that are Palestinians, which are the descendants of Philistine. Philistine. And God told Israel to eradicate them. Take their children and bash their fucking skulls up against the rock because they weren't worthy of being born. God wouldn't say that. Well, he did. A true story. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, let's just call it a day. I'll catch up with you guys this evening. And if you guys want to come hang out and, bullshit and what have you, cool. If not, then have a good rest of your weekend. Um, have a good Sunday. And yeah, take care of your loved ones and do your thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna go try to find something to eat. I'm starving, and yeah, I got a long day ahead of me. But thank God we got the stream up and running. And it's running like super, super, super good. So yeah, that's a blessing. Anyway, thanks guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Go ahead and get out of here, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And if I don't, like I said, you have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good rest of your week coming up. And God bless. Take care. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right. Good night, everybody. I'll see you. And thanks again for all the support.